Good morning, everybody. We're going to have a good video today. This is very important, very, very important. I'll give it those few minutes to let people log on, and we're going to go through it. It's all about the royal family, Prince Charles, and none other than dirty, filthy Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister and number one divisor in Canada, probably in the world. Watch Joe Biden mimicking a lot of Justin Trudeau. It's been really sick. He's a corrupt old man, not mentally deficient. He is literally corrupted by the example called Justin Trudeau. Sick, demented, and way out there. And folks, if you're coming into this monkey pox, it's important to understand what it is, where it comes from. I've never heard of it before. Just like a lot of you, we're out of COVID. A lot of people upset how that narrative went for 2 years plus of our lives, and still we see it all around us. Now massive inflation, massive food insecurity throughout the world. Russia today on the world stage breaks it all down in a beautiful 16 minutes of UNSC time. And they go through all of it in real economics, in real numbers, and in real timelines. They know they have a tremendous amount of supply and value chains. We all saw that through the rollout of the vaccines. Now they're under serious attack. We've heard all about Ukraine. Media's been skewed to give us stories, outrageous stories of Vladimir Putin, blood disease, all kinds of things. If you're feeling like it's propaganda, it's because it is. But today's video is a lot of research I've done just in the last 12 hours, just to make sure I get it right, just to make sure it's credible, real, and verifiable. Out in the news now, the big story, CBC, state propaganda, folks. You'll find it. It's there. Justin Trudeau says, hey, we're going to change the Canadian blood bank supply system to allow homosexuals not to be screened. And I want to stop right there. This isn't an attack on homosexuals. It's an absolute reality and fact in real Canadian statistics, not about homosexuals, but about men. It's about men and women, folks. HIV, all kinds of diseases, blood diseases that can infect the blood supply here in Canada. And the reality is, folks, it's all about men. Men's promiscuity, way higher than women's on average. But when we break that down, we have two men together in the gay community, 20% chance of having multiple partners, unprotected. Women are 13%, so you have a lesbian couple, 13% on average, multiplied by a partner, 13%. That is your factor. You're going to have a lot less lesbian women cheating and having multiple sex partners than even men-women relationships. When you get into homosexuality, you have the highest concentration of people who do cheat. Men are more promiscuous than women on average. But we're going to take it down another notch in this division, this now monkeypox no one's ever heard of. Now all of a sudden, 17 people in Canada, because it's a homosexual-related disease out of Africa. It's been there for some time. We don't hear about it because there are vaccines to take care of that. They've been around for a very, very long time. But it's coming all into media to get all communities and all Canadians divided. I just gave you the real Canadian stats, but there's more than that. Did you know, folks, that young people are the least likely to cheat? In our youth, we get together, we end up in cemented relationships. It is the youth that may play around in early years, but nowhere near both men and women post the age of 40. Women sail past the age of 40, as do men. We see women hit the average age of menopause. When they hit menopause, their cheating goes down. Their multiple partners goes extremely down. Men, on the other hand, through testosterone, continue on all the way to 69. And an 18-year-old man versus the same man at 69 years old, you're more likely to have that same man at 69 cheating 3 times more than he would have at the age of 18. Men and women follow the same path throughout almost to 40. They do incrementally go up, but after the age of 40, both sexes take off. Men take off at a much, much higher rate. In fact, all the way up to the age of 60 to 69, men are in a 26 percentile, meaning at least a quarter of men are cheating and entering into multiple relationships, whereas about 18% of women from 40 to 59 are in that cheating bracket. I bet you people don't know these stats. These are real stats logged in Canada for the age of time here. It's been going on for more than 50 years, more than 50 years of data. And a lot of people don't know these things. It's not about homosexual. HIV can be transferred through vaginal sex or anal sex at the same rate. It's the act of having multiple partners and sharing in communities. That's the reality. Women overall are much less likely to cheat than men. Men are way more promiscuous than women. These should be the screens in the Canadian Blood Bank. Those should be the issues. Bringing monkeypox, that will never be some kind of viral outbreak, to light today is a fear tactic administered by none other than starting the UK through the royal family. That's where the story originates. Then the travel to Canada, and yes, it was a small gay community of men who are very promiscuous. It's one of those sex groups. You'll find plenty of fish, all kinds of websites where men and women are engaging in these activities too. But they brought a gentleman out of the African area of monkeypox that got into UK. People had, I guess, a gay orgy. They branched out. Some of these people flew back to Canada infected with monkeypox. It's never going to be anywhere near massive numbers. But they released that to fear you all, to get you all worked up, because the reality is now the blood bank screening isn't going to screen for those things. It shouldn't be an attack on homosexuals. It should absolutely be about promiscuity and the rules of the engagement of sex and multiple sex partners, drugs, needle sharing, all of it should be disclosed, you would think, and blood should be tested. People should have a series of blood tests before they even donate. That's the reality. But Trudeau's trying to instill fear, division, to get people hating homosexuals again. It's all articulated well. These things of division have been going on and on and on. I just really can't wait to get out of Canada. I am working diligently on getting my dual citizenship. I want that. I am just so sick of Canada. Now, is Joe Biden equally as bad? Absolutely. But their constitution won't allow Joe Biden to use that executive power in treaty formation with the WHO and other agencies through the United Kingdom. It's sad that our constitution right here in Canada, unlike any other constitution in the world, there are a few other jewels like Canada who remain in this anti-nationalism, this anti-identity, and they give away your sovereignty to another nation. But Canada's the worst, the first build, the worst build. Why it's allowed to exist and be here today is beyond me. We need to get Russia and USA on the program with China to put it down. And that's the work we're doing. We're doing that with residential school genocide. And we have to stop hating on all the different groups of people. That is the power of all the political parties. Is Justin Trudeau the currently worst seen in many, many decades? Absolutely. He learned from his father, his low-life degenerate mother, these sick, divine people who think that they are gods among all of you. That's how he was raised. That's how he's always going to be. He's the worst prime minister we've seen since his father. His father groomed him into this. His mother a lunatic too. It's sick. It's wrong. What he's doing is wrong. And in the coming weeks, they're going to attempt to get people going after the LGBTQ community again. And it's wrong. It's wrong. The real stats are on men. That's reality. And I think if everyone searches those souls, they're going to know it to be true. And when you have man-on-man relations, you have a multiplying factor of cheating. Not that all gay men are like that. They're not. It's a minority, but all men are predominantly more involved in that kind of behavior. And I don't mean homosexuality. I mean having multiple sexual relationships. It continues right on through life. And if you think an 18-year-old is worse than a 40 to 69-year-old, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. That's my video. Get it out there. It's credible. It's real. It's verifiable. And it's, more importantly, the truth. It's a truth everybody needs to know, because we can't keep allowing the politicians to keep breaking the people, getting the people against each other. That is a staple of all constitutional monarchies forever and a day. And it is the staple of the lunatic Justin Trudeau, who is destroying every Canadian's lives. 99% of you are going to feel the effects of Justin Trudeau for many, many decades to come. Many of you will never own a home again. Did you know that for all the rhetoric of Justin Trudeau and Joe Biden's Green New Deal, which I have so much more to go through yet in another video, for all their rhetoric, all the youth that they tried to program and capture are running away from them in record volumes and numbers. If you're a young person now, from the age of 18 to 32 years old, you have no future, really, no prospects, no ability to get a home. They're dividing you out with your girlfriend or significant other or your work together, trying to do something great with your life, but not for lack of trying, not for doing all the right things, but just for being born into a constitutional monarchy system where a divine elite is going to determine how much you're worth, and the fact that you're never going to own nothing and you're supposed to be happy. Well, I don't think any of us are going to be happy until it is you, those divine elite, who own nothing. That'll make me happy. That'll make me happy. I don't know about all of you, but that would make me happy. Thanks. That's my video. Get it shared out. It's credible, real, and verifiable, and it is a danger we're going into right now. They're going to try and get religious communities going at LGBTQ again to try and hide from their epic, monumental failures. They require jail time for a lot of these politicians. Filthy, corrupt, wealthy elites filling their back pockets off of your suffrage, your lives, and your children's future. They need to be reined in, and they need to be brought to the real justice of the people. And that requires constitutionalism, something I'm passionate about, something all of you need to get passionate about, because we're coming to a head here. And until people start looking at how things should be and not as they are, we're screwed. This will continue, and it will only get worse. Go look at Russia's presentation today. Go look at China's as they myth bust Canada. China makes 20% of the arable land available to the Chinese for agriculture. They feed their entire population and then some in the poorest regions of Southeast Asia. 1/5 of the world. Canada only has 13% available to you, the people. That's it. And only 0.2% for the First Peoples, making them completely not self-sustaining, meaning subject to you'll die if you don't suckhole to the government in power. There will be no federalism for you, no property rights, no ability to feed yourself, take care of yourself, or have any future going forward. That is Canada forever and a day, completely homicidal and genocidal. All farmers in Canada for decades are going down like this, going down like that. Your government is killing you. Far beyond communism, it's called constitutional monarchy. It's called your preamble gives your security and sovereignty away to a foreign nation. You think this WHO deal that everyone's talking about, USA can't sign it. It'll destroy Biden. A small part of me wants to see that happen just so that you'll see a mass majority of Republicans win. I would like to see Joe Biden do that. I know he won't. His handlers around him are already reining him going, no, you're going to destroy the Democrats forever. And with his narrative, I would love to see it. But Russia, China are producing all the numbers. Watch that 60-minute video. That's the truth. Credible, real, and verifiable. Where your food insecurity, high inflationary prices come from long before Ukraine. Ukraine has nothing to do with it on the massive global scale. It is minor. It's another tactic by what? Prince Charles and his Green New Deal, found in 2012, where Canada signed on under Harper, full steam ahead. So does Trudeau, so does Jagmeet Singh, so does Maxime Bernier, so does Yves Blanchette. All of them against all of you. Look at their oath. They're here to destroy you. You are a slave forever and a day since 1867. You don't exist in your Constitution. You've never been in it. You never will be. It's all fluff. The king gives you more fluff. That's all they've been doing since Magna Carta over 950 years ago. If you haven't watched the movie Robin Hood, newer ones that go into the historical context, that's all real, folks. Mythical character, real reality. Charter, you can wipe your ass with that and throw it away. It doesn't mean nothing because it's subject to that divine ruler. And that's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. It was Harper before. We can go on and on. They're all shit, and they're getting worse and worse and more powerful as they dumb and divide you down. That's the truth. Share this video, get it out there. It's breaking, it's real. It's all led by Prince Charles and his number one wonder boy, Justin Trudeau. First to get down with it, just like the WHO, first to sign off the sovereignty of our health to the WHO, Justin Trudeau. And you can look at all the Commonwealth countries. And Joe Biden, who would make the United States of America unitary, the United State of America, under Supreme Leader Joe Biden. Attempted breacher of the Constitution, now 13 times. We're facing 13 times in less than one term. Not even half a term. The guy's a joke, a nutcase, a mental case. And he's not absent of intellect. This guy is purposefully trying to see this through. He's not, I don't know what I'm doing. That's all an act. He's been pulling that act for over 30 years. There's lots of historic video. That's nothing new. That's how Joe Biden gets Americans on board with him. Lie, cheat, manipulate. He's been doing it for decade after decade. Again, that's my video. I don't want to ramble on too much. Share. Get it out there. It's huge. Bye now.